Hi, Melissa and Joan. Thank you, Patty and Melissa. It's good to be home. I had a great trip and made great memories with my daughter, but at some point you have to get back to reality. And I could definitely use some more sleep. So, home is the best place to be for that. Okay, we're going to wait another 30 seconds or so. Trying to think if there's something I can tell you while we're waiting. Oh, I can show you something. Okay, so while we're waiting for others to join us, I can show you this card that I got from my friend Patty Schuler in Wyoming. And so this was a nice surprise when I came home, but look what it does. It has this tab that you pull the inside card out, and I hope you can see this well, and it moves. So when you pull it up, it says live today, remember it tomorrow, which is perfect for having been on a trip and making memories with Andrea, that sort of thing. And then here is happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And that's actually one of my favorite quotes by Gandhi. So that was a nice surprise. So thank you, Patty Schuler. I always love getting handmade cards. Yes, Melissa, I agree. So often, I think I just need to go home and take a vacation from the vacation. And this was that kind of thing. And when I go on a cruise ship, it stops at different ports. I want to go off and venture out and meet the people and learn about the culture and all that. So it was 4 days in a row of excursion. Well, we started with 2 days in Rome, then we got on the ship, then the next day was sailing, and then 4 days of excursions, a day of sailing, back to Rome and home. So it was a lot in a short amount of time, but really awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do this evening is, and I'm still off on my sleep. We were ahead 7 hours most of the trip, a couple of days, 6 hours. So to me, it feels like the middle of the night. So I got a little bit of work to do to prep for classes because I'm going out of town to Cincinnati tomorrow to support one of my team members, Beth Jones, who's having her first Stampin' Up workshop. And then I'll stay overnight in Cincinnati and have classes for my customers there on Thursday. So I need to cut some cardstock and get that together and get that packed because I'll be leaving right after work tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to give you basically 3 tips or 3 things I want to show you. And then I was going to do a card/project, but many people have been asking what did I get on the trip. So I know I did a couple of, or maybe a few quick Facebook Lives while I was on vacation, but I thought today, now that I'm home, I'll show you everything. So you'll see gifts that are Stampin' Up mementos or logo items, that sort of thing, as well as lots of new product that will be coming in the holiday catalog in September. So that's always fun. So you want to stick around for that. Couple of quick announcements. Please remember that bonus days are happening this month. For every $50 in product that you spend in an order, you get a $5 coupon code to use on your orders in August. Okay, and that's from Stampin' Up. We also have an extra deal for people who purchase the starter kit. It's called the Extra Extra Starter Kit, and you will get to choose an extra $30 in product. So you'll choose $155 in product total instead of the usual $125, and you're going to pay just $99 plus tax, and it's free shipping on the starter kit. So it's a great time to join my team. I don't know if I've ever shared this. My team usually sits around 50, give or take. There's always that ebb and flow up and down, but it's always been my dream to have at least one team member from each of the 50 United States, each of the 50 states. So that would be really cool. And I think that's all of the announcements I have for today. Okay, so let's get started. Enough chit chat. Okay, if you remember, before I went on vacation, I did a Facebook Live that showed the Press Petals product suite. Okay, and if you remember, we were using this fun washi tape that truly looks like pressed petals, and we were making a pretty flower, pulling these off individually. And the comment I made was how pretty it is. However, I wish there was a way it didn't have to just all stick flat. Well, lo and behold, some brilliant demonstrator offered a tip that allows us to use these beautiful petals but not have to press them down completely, and yet they don't stick to other stuff. So let me show you. So that's what it looks like flat. Does everybody remember the embossing buddy? Okay, this is something when we're going to do heat embossing, we rub it on our cardstock, and then we stamp, and then we put the embossing powder on, and then we heat it. This is to make sure there's no extra static on the cardstock, so we don't have embossing powder sticking where we don't want it, okay? Because then we'd have speckles when it heats up. So, and it just feels like powder. You don't really, I guess if I tap it out, you see that, okay? But the suggestion was you dab this on the back, and it's no longer sticky. So now I can do something like this. And of course, when it goes in an envelope and through the mail, it will lay flat, but it's not stuck down there. Okay, they'll curl back up. This would be fun to do on scrapbook pages as well. So for me, the easiest way to do this is to hold it at the center of the petal, just on my finger or thumb like that. Dab the embossing buddy on it, and then lay it down so it's only sticking at the very center. Okay, isn't this a great idea? I don't even remember, maybe somebody told me about it, and I can't remember who it was, what demonstrator, and I believe she said she got the tip from my demonstrator friend Brian King. So isn't he brilliant? He deserves to be called King. It was such a fabulous idea as that. Okay, isn't that great? You see the difference? And now I'm going to be able to get more dimension, okay? And even if I press it down, it's not sticking. You see that? Okay, so that's my first tip. And by the way, if you don't have this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rose petal washi tape, specialty washi tape, and it comes with this other one, which is like printing about flowers and different things. So that's fun and kind of has a shabby chic, antique look to it. But this comes as a 2-pack, and it is awesome and fun, and I just love these petals. It's just different than anything we've had. So that's my first tip. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. That night when I showed you the Pressed Petals products, I made lots of cards and I showed you all of those, and then we talked about how we could take this one sheet of paper, cut it apart, and make cards like I did. And you can go back into that previous video, or you can go to my blog post. I think it was just before I went on vacation, so July 2nd or maybe the week before. Okay. But so I cut all these down to make cards, and then I took another sheet of the same thing from the Pressed Petals Specialty Designer Series paper, and I made this beautiful collage. Okay. And for this one, I thought this might be nice for a bridal shower gift or a wedding gift, put it in a pretty frame, that sort of thing. And I actually have somebody in mind I can give this to. But what I wanted to show you, or my tip that I'm going to show you, is about this, okay? This was not cut with a die. It was cut using this punch, which I believe is called the Everyday Label Punch, okay? A really popular one, great for so many different uses. I use it in mine all the time. But anyways, obviously, the sentiment I was using is much longer than the punch itself, okay? Oh, I see more people have joined us. Hi, Joyce, and who is on here? Inez, Chrissy, Karen. Oh, two Karens, Karen Eckert and Karen Baumgartz. Well, hi from Arizona. Thank you. I'm so glad you joined us. Okay, so let me show you what I did. So basically, I stamped my sentiment first, okay? This is 1.5 inches, okay? And I stamped my sentiment first. I flipped this over, and instead of taking it through to the punch like I normally would, I came in from the top, and you just have to get a corner, basically, if I can, now watch. This is like the high school science experiments. It works until you have to show your teacher, right? And now I'm in a different room tonight. I'm in the kitchen, so my lighting is different in here. But it was easier to set out all the things I'm going to be showing you. Okay, so you see that? How I just put one end in through the top of the punch? Oh, ladies, thank you. If you did share this post, thank you. I appreciate it very much. And if you haven't, it's not too late to share. Hi, Tammy. Okay, Tammy's sister Sharon is on my team, so that's always fun. Okay, so then I just punch that end. Okay, then I would flip it around. And again, imagine that I stamped first, because then I know how far or how close I want to punch towards the edge, okay? And you got to wiggle it a little bit, just like you saw me doing, okay? And you can see that the way I had this stamped, I would have come in a little bit closer on the end. Do you see that now? How this now is about the same size as that, okay? But just for our purposes, I'll cut it at the end there, okay? So that's your second tip for today, okay? You are not necessarily limited to using your punches on these small sizes, okay? Just like I showed you here, you can find different ways to use them, which, you know me, if we can find a different way to use a product, I'm all for that. When I can spend my money for something that does one thing, or I can spend my money on something and know that it's going to do several things for me, I'm even happier, okay? So that's tip number 2. And then my last tip, and I will be presenting this on a blog post in the near future, and I will have dimensions, the cutting dimensions of all of these pieces, because I know somebody's is wanting to ask me that. So I'll just tell you before, just give me a few more days. I'm kind of behind after the trip and still catching up on sleep, and I'm going to Cincinnati tomorrow evening after work, and then again, and I'll be there through Wednesday. through Thursday, right? Thursday. Okay, the other thing I wanted to, my other tip is, please do not limit yourself to thinking just, just like this punch. We don't have to limit ourselves to using it with this size. We can make it, use it with a longer strip, okay? So with your designer series paper often coordinates with a stamp set or a bundle and other products, and it usually is centered around a theme. However, my tip is don't limit your use of your designer series paper to only the theme that it's part of, okay? So what I'm saying to you is, when I saw this sheet with the music notes, my first thought was nothing to do with flowers. And this happened, I'm not kidding, the first time I looked at this paper pack. My first thought when I flipped this page over and saw the music notes was Christmas. To me, it was screaming Christmas. So the people that are doing my Christmas card class this month, my Christmas in July class, will be making this. And do you see how I just took that? And of course, if you did it with the flowers, I'm sure you could make something very beautiful. But I went beyond that theme and put it to use with a holiday theme, okay? And this is a card that I'll also share either on my newsletter or in a future blog with dimensions and stuff. It's really easy, okay? So that is my third tip of the evening. I hope you like those 3 tips. Okay, now this is probably what you're all really waiting for tonight. Okay, first of all, and Stampin' Up! Really does spoil us. They really, really do spoil us, which is wonderful and really makes me feel appreciated. Plus, helps just inspire me or re-energize me. So I come home tired, but wanting to go, go, go. And I've been going since I got home. Today was fun too, because I had 2 clients and I haven't seen them in 2 weeks, my visiting angel clients. And the one, my friend Fran, she loves to play cards. And I was able to find some playing cards from Greece with all kinds of Greece pictures on it. So we had fun playing cards today, and then she wanted to stop playing, probably because I just learned to play rummy with her. And we went through all the pictures, and she wanted to know, did I go to this site or did I not? And did I know what this was and whatever. She just wanted to talk about the trip. So anyways, that's really fun. So Stampin' Up! Spoils us, and it's just great to feel appreciated. Not just for the gifts, but just in talking with them and hearing their appreciation. Oh, Beth, Cecilia, and Leslie, welcome. Thanks for joining. Again, ladies, click the share button because people do jump on while these are happening. Okay, so we always have a hospitality room on our trip. We can go in there. There are displays. What else is in there? There's usually a candy bar. There's an information counter. There are people from the home office and the board and CEO, all those important people. And we can talk with them and ask questions, give points of view, that sort of thing. And of course, networking with demonstrators. And then each day we get to spin the wheel for a prize. And they usually have 3 different prizes each day. So I'll show you these really quick before we get to the pillow gifts and other things. So this is part Cup of Cheer dies, and this is part of a bundle coming in the new catalog. So really fun and neat. Okay, notice it has a die for the coffee mug going both directions. There is a really cool stamp in this bundle that allows us to, with one stamp, you can stamp with the handle on the right or you can flip it and stamp with the handle on the left. So that's really cool. And then of course it does designs, and I love the candy cane. I think that'll be cute, sticking that in the coffee mug. Okay, so that's Cup of Cheer. I got some Poppy Parade ribbon, which we currently have, and that's always fun. One of my favorite ribbons, actually. I got a package of the leaf trinkets. These have been around since last fall, but I love them, and I've actually used these a whole lot. If I could get this off, I'll do this really quick. If you aren't familiar with them, it's got all these fun leaves in a metal, silver metal, and then also a copper color. Okay, so lots of fun with that. Again, these were, I was spinning the wheel for a prize. And I have to tell you, Andrea and I got to laughing because I just go up there and spin it. And every single time I did that, the person standing at the wheel doing the prizes, giving them out, would say, "Oh my gosh, what a great spin. Wow, that's a fast spin." And I said, "Yay, you're going to spin to win. Might as well make it a good one." Now this I love, and many of you know that Cherry Cobbler is one of my all-time favorite Stampin' Up! Colors. So this is the Cherry Cobbler diagonal stripe ribbon. Awesome, not just for Christmas, but for use throughout the year and Valentine's Day, all kinds of things. This is Ice Stampin' Glitter. That'll be fun for Christmas cards or snow scrapbook memories. Okay, and we do have a white puff paint coming, which is going to be so fun to use during the holidays and through the winter. These are the Pattern Party decorative masks, and actually I should leave these out and do a Facebook Live with one of these. Masks are something I love, but I just don't use very often. I don't think about it. And there are lots of different things you can do with these, lots of different ways to use these. So there's one design, the bricks, the clouds, and these little diamond-like shapes. Okay. And then one day we each got a paper pack, but they also gave us Stampin' Dimensionals. And who can't, I mean, you're never going to have enough Stampin' Dimensionals, right? Okay. My prize the one day at the wheel was the Come Together Designer Series paper. And it's got a fall theme and fall colors. Okay. Love this wood grain, don't you? Kind of reminds me of my flooring in my house. This is little, can you see this? This is little pumpkins and sort of like, what do I want to say? Just plants and feathers and whatnot. Here's a pretty foliage print. And here's some pumpkins and kind of a different color scheme, isn't it? But I think it's going to be really fun to work with. And of course, these colors, the pretty peacock especially, they're such popular colors right now. The feathers, beautiful plaid. That would be great for masculine cards as well, or any all occasion cards. More foliage. I love that pattern. This is a simple stripe. Okay. Kind of has a, I don't know how well you can see it. It kind of has a watercolor cloud-like in the background with the stripes over it. So that's fun. A buffalo check, and then some more pumpkins. Okay, but you can see how this would be great through the fall, but also could be used throughout the year with all occasion cards, scrapbook pages, masculine cards, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm gonna get all this out of the way. I brought all this to my kitchen island, which is not huge, but it's bigger than the craft space I usually work on. So when we checked in on the ship, what do you call it, our cabin, whatever, there was one of these hanging on the door for each demonstrator, which is always fun. Okay, I'll hang that in my craft room. On Monday morning, the first morning, they always do a welcome general session. We hear about the state of the company and how we're doing. We get some statistics, things like that. And they give away some prizes. There were some stamping demonstrations, so lots happening. I think it will last about 3 hours. So, Patty, remind me, we will talk about that new trimmer, okay? The Toile Christmas, okay? I always love things with cardinals, okay? The tags stamp set, okay? Now this is super cool, not just because of the shapes of the tags and the designs and sentiments, but it's only 3 stamps. So you can stamp 3 Halloween, 3 Christmas, or 3 Valentine tags at once. What gets better than that? Well, let me tell you. The next best thing about this stamp set is it has a coordinating die package, and there are 3 dies. Or no, there's 1 die. All these are the same shape. There's 1 die. There's several dies in the set, but there's 1 die that you can put on this image, and it will cut out all 3 of these at once. So 1 time stamping your cardstock, and then 1 time cutting out the 3. That is awesome. In fact, my Andrea, who was traveling with me, got so excited because she has done big shot work for me. And when I'm having her, cut out, 50 of something or 100 of something, she's always, what was the angry face for? I don't know. Did I say something wrong or not show something? But anyways, Andrea was very excited. She said, see, that's what I've been talking about. Make dies that you can cut out multiple things at once. So she was tickled with that. Okay, and then we got these fun, bright, gleaming foil elements. Okay, these are things that everybody got that day. And then this is what I got for Prize Patrol. I love this set. Greatest part of Christmas. It is a host stamp set. So you would have to either have a purchase of 150 or more, or have a private class, or a Stampin' Up party, and we can get your sales to 150 or higher, and you can choose to purchase this with your Stampin' Rewards that you would earn. But I just, excuse me, I just absolutely love this. So many great sentiments. And look at this one. Thanks for being one of my greatest gifts. I wouldn't use that just at Christmas time. I would use that year round. Okay. With this one, you could use a marker to color greetings only on this stamp and stamp it, and you could have a note card that says greetings. Could be for any time of year. I love this one too, Smiles and Love. Okay. Because you could take that off, and I'll show you this too, a trick I have for this. But when I'm stamping, I would put a piece of washi tape on, if I were using this other than Christmas, and I would cover a Christmas of. I would tap, tap, tap in the ink, and then I would pull it up, pull off that washi tape, and then when I stamp on the cardstock, it would simply say, wishing you smiles and love that will last all year. Okay, so I need to make a note of some of these things tonight because you know how I work. Things keep coming to me and I'm like, oh, I gotta show you that, Yes, we did get a copy of the Christmas catalog. I can show you the cover, but I love my Stampin' Up job and don't want to do anything that's not in compliance that would cause me to lose my demonstratorship. So I cannot show you the inside pages of the catalog. They don't allow us to do that until the catalog is released, which is September 4th. So September 4th, I will do a Facebook Live, and we'll do a quick tour of the catalog. I'll show my favorites, point out some new things and such. But I think you're going to love it. I can show you the front and back, and you can get a peek of some of the products there. Okay. Then, pillow gift time. Okay, I'm gonna move some of this stuff out. Each night when we return to our cabin, stateroom, whatever you call it, there's typically a gift laying on the bed. Okay. Oh, I love seeing all those hearts. Thank you, ladies. Okay. This was the gift, the first pillow gift on Monday. And it was in this fun bag. Okay, that'll be great for toting things around. And then I pulled it out of the bag, and look at this. And I have to say, I really do love the bags and totes and purses that I've gotten over the years being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But this, I love this handle, but it can be a backpack. Okay, it has a fun tassel on it. Has this side zip thing here, so could put a cell phone or something else in there. My secret pocket. Okay, it opens up like this, and then inside there was another box, but the box was kind of crushed, so I just took the stuff out of the box. But in the box were these items, and this is going to be a product medley sold as a bundle, just like this. It will come in a pretty white box, and it will sell for $70 in the new catalog. And it comes with this bundle, the Most Wonderful Time stamp set, and Most Wonderful Time dies. Okay, so it has some two-step stamping. Stamp the packages, stamp the bows on top, and you stamp all three at once. They're not separate. That's one stamp for the packages and one stamp for the bows. Okay, there's more two-step stamping here. You can put the candy canes on the tree, etc. Some great traditional Christmas sentiments. Alrighty. And then you can cut out these presents. Now it does have one die that cuts out all three presents at once, and you'll end up with 3 individual presents to arrange under the tree or whatever you like. Put on tags. Okay. It also, for that $70, which I think is a fabulous price point for what you get. Okay. Comes with this fun, I'll call it tinsel trim. Did you have something like this on the Christmas trees when you were growing up? We always did. There are some great little metallic gold stars. Okay. These would also be fun for patriotic cards and scrapbook pages. You will get these white and gold card fronts. They're already sized to be card fronts. And I want to say there's 12 of them. Yes, 12. 4 each of 3 designs. Makes card making just a little bit quicker. Picture this on cherry cobbler or a green, even a deep blue. Okay, beautiful. You'll get some sheets of these, I believe they're stickers, yes. Stickers of the evergreens and the deer and the stars. More deer stickers. Thought there were 2 of those, maybe not. And then you have these leaves and berries. Again, these are all stickers. Okay, how easy and fun is that? All kinds of fun candy canes, labels for you to stamp sentiments on. Now look at this paper. Is this not wonderful? And you're going to get, I believe, 8 sheets. Yes, 8 sheets of, let's see, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different kinds. Okay. So look at that. Is that not sweet? I love that. With a fun deep red pattern on the back. Real red. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I love the gold accents on these. And then some little evergreens. Here's some fun packages with gold accents. Can you see that? Okay. And then what's on the back? Pretty bows. Oh, this is one of my favorites too. I shouldn't even say the word favorite because I never have one favorite or two favorites. I always have a lot. That's crazy, isn't it? Okay, this pretty stripe. I love this. To me, that screams classic Christmas. And the white stars on the green on the back. We have some beautiful evergreens with the gold accents. Okay, shades of green. Fun candy canes, yummy, yummy, yummy on the back. And then the last one is the candy canes with, again, gold accents on the paper. And then on the back we have this pretty real red stripe. Okay, so fabulous. So this will be a product medley coming in, what did I say? September 4th with the holiday catalog. You get all of this for $70. That is a lot of card making. That's a lot of scrapbooking. That's a lot of treat making. Okay, $70. Awesome. Okay. Then the next morning, there was a make and take session, but Andrea and I had plans to do other things, so I just picked up my packet. But with the items I just showed you and my make and take packet, I'm going to be able to make these 3 different cards. Isn't that fun? Okay. And I am going to be doing something special for all the people that purchased that, what did I call it? Most Wonderful Time product bundle. There's going to be, I'm having something special with that product. Okay, the next day, the pillow gift was, I guess that was Sunday night. Monday night, because we went to Santorini on Tuesday. So this was the pillow gift on Monday evening, this fun tote bag for shopping in Santorini and sightseeing, carrying a water bottle, all that. And we also got with it some dimensionals. And you're going to say, Mary, we have dimensionals. I know, but we don't have these dimensionals. These are actually black. Okay, and you peel them back, they're black. Okay, and we got 2 sheets. The pack comes with 2 sheets of the large regular size dimensionals and 2 sheets of the mini dimensionals. So that's kind of neat. I kind of like that idea, especially when we're working with black and other dark colors. Then another night we got this paper, or this might have been a giveaway. I really don't remember. But I'll show you this really quick. And it just has 2 main colors, okay? Red and green, and it's on vanilla, kind of traditional. I like this one, the kids making the snowman and the barn. I really like that one. Let's see what's on the back side. So the back should be the same, yep, the same thing in red. Then we have a stripe, and then foliage and berries there. And look at this one with all the animals, the bunny, the bear, the fox, the deer, okay? And then in red. And again, a lot of these, you don't have to limit yourselves to just Christmas with this paper. Hi, Amy. 12 tidings, okay? And then, which also coordinates with that 12 tidings or 12 Christmas stamp set I showed you earlier. Okay, and then we got this fun, I'm guessing it's a cosmetic case, but quite honestly, I can picture storing some of my craft items in here, maybe some of my craft tools, things like that, okay? So I love this. Does anybody recognize this? Anybody recognize this? Oh, hi, Leslie. Yes, you are right. That product medley will make card making very easy for us. Okay, this is the one of the same patterns that is in the, and I just blanked. Oh, help me out here. In one of the DSPs. I don't know, but you've seen it before. I've showed you that when we got the DSP. So that's kind of fun. And of course the Stampin' Up logo. Then this was there, and all of these had really pretty tags on with a little bow and ribbon and a white clip, but I took all those off when I was packing to come home because I want to save those for a scrapbook. But anyway, so this is the next night, and what a great bag for, yes, thank you, Melissa, Perennial Essence. Yes, Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. That's one of the patterns in there. Okay, but this would be great for, if you're just gonna, I don't know, walk around the neighborhood passing out cards or invitations to something, or I could use it for card swaps at on-stage events, things like that. So if you know anything about Greece, you know that they are famous for their olive farms and their olive oil and olives, all that. So we got this bottle of olive oil. Andrea, I think, was a little bit jealous because I don't really cook much and she likes to cook. So I suppose I'll let her use it. Maybe I'll make her come to my house and cook for me using the olive oil. Okay, and Andrea was a great travel companion. She made sure I was where I was supposed to be every day. I didn't even have to think. Then we got this awesome bundle. It's called the Gleaming Ornaments Punch Pack, okay? And these two punches will be sold together as a bundle, okay? The Gleaming Ornaments Punch Pack, okay? There are some awesome products. I wish I could open the catalog and show you, but I can't. But there's an awesome stamp set bundle that coordinates with this. I believe there's designer series paper, lots of fun stuff. And we'll have some new embellishments also for Christmas. Epoxy, like glitter, what do they call them? Glitter enamel dots or something like that. Okay, so aren't those fun? And another thing, if you punch a bunch of these out, picture a red, maybe cherry cobbler or a real red, and you can arrange them as if they were petals and make a poinsettia or some other kind of flower. Isn't that awesome? Okay. And this would be, you'd go around just like that. So this would end up being the center of your flower. So great punch pack. The next day, we got another cute bag with the Stampin' Up incentive trip Greek Isles theme. Okay. And in here is another wonderful bundle, perfectly plaid, that's coming to the holiday catalog starting to September 4th. Okay. So lots of different things you can do with this, some layering, two-step stamping, great sentiments, and of course a fun punch to punch out each of these. Okay. Again, this has great coordinating products. You will love the plaid paper. I promise you, you will love the plaid designer series paper that goes with this. Okay. Another night, I don't know if I showed you things in order or what. Another night, we got this mercury glass designer acetate. I'm going to open this up so you can see better what it's like. I don't think we've ever had anything like this. I love that they keep coming up with new products for us. But I'm thinking this would be something that maybe to use as a background, okay? And then maybe like do a wreath over it, or I don't know yet. Snow scenes, that sort of thing. But you get 2 sheets like this, and then you get 2 more sheets like this, okay? So that's kind of fun. Actually, just now, have you been listening to the news today at all? And they've been talking about the 50th anniversary of the, Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, that sort of thing. This kind of just reminded me of that, and I hadn't even thought of that before. So I'm sure I'm just thinking that because of what's in the news. And then we got some logo wear, a vest, okay, and has the Greek Isles incentive trip logo on the back. And I think that, oh no, one more thing. Last pillow gift was, first of all, Itty Bitty Christmas. I love this. I know I say that all the time, but I love this stamp set. And it's going to be great for the holidays and for Christmas, but I can think of times that I can use it way beyond that. Have a sugar sprinkled season. You could even do that at Easter, right? With some pretty Easter candies you make or cupcakes. The to and from I'll use a lot. Believe in your dreams. I can picture using that. From our house to yours. You could use any time of year. Oh, what yum. If you are somebody that likes to bake or cook and share those things with others, that would be awesome. I can picture using peace and happiness. Okay. This one, you can also just stamp part of it, lots of love. Okay, so again, I like to look at something like this and think, how can I use it beyond its intended purpose? Because then I know it's of even greater value to me. Okay, and then lastly was this box, and I love this. This is a bracelet, and it's got our Greek Isles incentive trip logo, and then it's got 3 charms that say inspire, create, share. I believe it's on, yes, it is on both sides, inspire, create, share, which is one of our, I guess I'll say, mottos that we say in Stampin' Up. That's what we love to do, inspire, create, and share with others. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And I think it was Joyce maybe commented on the bracelet, or Wendy, you are also, the bracelet that I'm wearing. And this is a gift I bought for myself there. And it has this blue, and I never knew this before. The blue is called Blue Opal, O-P-A-L. You're all familiar with, the white opals, and I have some of those. A couple pieces my parents gave me. So now I have the blue oval. Okay. Every once in a while I see an angry face going up there on the side. So I'm hoping somebody's not upset with me, that maybe they're just clicking the wrong thing. Anyways, but I do see lots of thumbs ups and hearts. So thank you for that. So, and it also has the Greek key on there. Okay, so that was my gift to myself. I think that's about it. Oh, I bought myself some honey. Okay, here's something I learned. And Andrea and I ate traditional, real baklava from Greece, in Greece. So how cool is that? Cute little bakery. But I learned, as sweet as baklava is, there is no sugar in it at all. It's all based with honey. All that sweetness is coming from the honey. So I thought that was awesome. So I bought some honey. Okay, now here's something. I did buy myself one other thing, and I need to get this out of my curio cabinet. Okay, so you've all heard of the Pythagorean theorem from math classes in high school, right? Chrissy, you cracked me up. Well, I feel so much better now. I saw the angry faces a couple times. I was, oh no, I never want to upset anybody. But anyways, you know about the Pythagorean theorem. Well, Pythagoras wanted to make sure that his students were not drinking too much, not drinking too heavily, not imbibing too much. So he came up with what is called the Justice Cup. And you can, I think this one is like pottery-like, but they come in different materials and different paintings and such. And I did buy this in Olympia, but let me show you what it does. So Pythagoras decided he didn't want his students drinking too much. So they were to only fill their cup with the wine or whatever up to this line, this black line here, okay, inside. If they did that, they drink it, they're fine. Now, if they're getting greedy or not using much control and they fill it up all the way, let me show you what happens. Another reason why I had to be in the kitchen. Okay, so here, and this is not wine, it's water, I promise, from my sink. Okay, it's fine, right? Now let me show you what happens if I fill it all the way up. I'm trying to think, what's the best way for me to do this without creating mess everywhere? Hold on. But it really was a great trip. I learned a lot. I met wonderful people. I love learning about the culture and history of the places I go. Okay, now one of the greedy students would want to fill his all the way up. And look what happens. All that wine would be spilling out and he would end up with nothing. Okay? I have no idea how this really works, but it's a fun thing. I had my family over last night, my sister's family, and Andrea and a couple of her friends. And it's so funny because the hole for this is way down there. So how does the water not come out when you fill it partway, but it comes out of the bottom when you fill it all the way up? I have no idea. And quite frankly, I don't care. I just thought it was a fun thing and something more I learned about Pythagoras. So that's the Justice Cup. Okay. And I think that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting cardstock for my classes. Beth Jones, I see you're on here. I look forward to coming to your Stampin' Up! Party in Mason tomorrow and being there to support you. And please know if you want me to jump in, if you need an extra set of hands, whatever, I'm happy to do that. But honestly, I'm just there to cheer you on and be a support. So I'm really looking forward to it. I get to be on the other side of the table, so to speak, tomorrow evening. And then I'll be doing stamp classes with Chrissy Bell, who's on here, on Thursday. And she's bringing 2 new people to class on Thursday, so I'm excited about that. I always love welcoming new customers. I see lots of new names on this Facebook Live tonight, so thank you for spending part of your Tuesday with me. And I also love adding new people to my team. So if I can help you with your Stampin' Up! Orders or joining my team, please welcome. You're welcome to contact me at any time. Oh, Cheryl, thank you. The trimmer. Okay, I don't have anything to show you. Okay, what I can tell you is the trimmer is well into works. They did have a prototype, and we demonstrators on the trip were not expecting to see anything. We thought we might get some kind of update on the trimmer, but we were not expecting to see one. But during Paula Critchlow's stamping demonstration, she said, okay, now I'm going to cut my cardstock. And she pulled, and everybody just kind of gasped because there we saw the prototype of the new Stampin' trimmer. And then they had it out at a table with some cardstock in the hospitality room. And we could try it out. We could ask questions about it. We could write down tips and such. I think it's going to be fabulous. They told us right now they're still doing some tweaking and wanted to hear from us before they put it through a final, the final revisions. But it sounds like by September they should have, I don't know that we'll have it available for sale then, but they do expect that by September they'll have a date for us of when it will be available to sell. Okay, but it looks great. I was really pleased with it. the comments I made were about minor things. I said having a couple of non-skid feet on the bottom would be awesome. Trying to think, there was one other comment I made as far as a suggestion, but I can't remember. It does have an arm that swings open. Cheryl, I believe it does score. If I remember correctly, I believe, yes, it does score. And you can score and cut without having to remove either of the blades, just like the Stampin' Trimmer we did have, the one we just retired. You did not have to take the scoring blade out to cut or the cutting blade out to score. So yes, it should score as well, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it does. And that was kind of a big thing to us. We wanted it to do both. It has the arm that swings out. I believe it's a little bit wider, so we might get maybe 7 inches across. And then you can swing the arm out, and I believe that goes to 15 inches, 17 inches, something like that. If I remember correctly, and again, I was looking at a prototype, trying out a prototype. If I remember correctly, it did have both, as far as the numerics, it had, what do I want to say? The regular numbers. That doesn't even sound right. Regular numbers, but you know what I mean. The ones we use in the US, the measurements we use, inches, feet. But then it also had the centimeters. Okay, so that is great because we are a global country, and many of our demonstrators and customers are using the metric system. Okay, any more questions? Imperial, thank you, Melissa. Boy, you got the answers tonight. Thank you. Okay, I think I was able to, I was trying to watch comments here and questions. Love the Christmas trees. Oh, Patty, you asked about the trimmer also. Okay, so I think I've got everything covered. Thank you. So many of you watched tonight. And I am giving away a couple of prizes. And let me tell you what they are. I'm going to share my black dimensionals. So one person whose name I draw will get the large black dimensionals, and somebody will get the mini black dimensionals. And then also, I'm looking here. I'm going to give away this packet of leaves trinkets, okay? This is an embellishment that I have loved and used a lot, and I still have some of these to use. So I'm going to give away this pack that I've been given. And is there anything else? Yes, I think that was it. Okay. You know what? Would anybody else like black dimensionals too? Are several of you interested in trying the black dimensionals? Yes? Okay. Well, how about if I do this? I'm going to give away 5 prizes tonight, okay? I'll give away, 4 people will each receive 1 sheet of the black dimensionals. And no, I don't have these, but wouldn't that be cruel of me to be using them when you can't use the black dimensionals, or you can't order them until September? And then, like I said, I'm going to give away this new pack of the leaves trinkets. Okay. Some of you, I will say that I got behind on my mailings. Some of you, I still owe Nancy. I see you, my cousin, on here. I have not sent your blades that you're buying. So I will be putting that in the mail. I wasn't thinking. We are going to the airport on July 4th, and I wasn't thinking. I was thinking about the time I had to leave, and I was like, okay, I can get to the post office at 9, mail these things, whatever. And then I realized it's a holiday. They weren't even open. So at that point, I was just like, you know what? I have to do it after the trip. So I need to get that together. A few people earned the Noble Peacock rhinestones for placing their online orders. And I think I have some cards from the last Facebook Live I did before vacation to give out. Okay, Beth, you're asking me, can I bring something tomorrow? Are you talking about the dimensionals or something else? Kathy, I agree. Having the black dimensionals is a good idea. Okay, I think that's going to be great for using with our darker cardstocks. Okay, is that it? If you joined late, no worries. You can always view the entire video afterwards. I will be in Cincinnati on Thursday for classes. I may have some time that afternoon between sessions, depending on how they go, to do a quick Facebook Live. But like I said, that will depend how much time I actually have available between sessions. So I'm going to try to jump on there at 2 o'clock on the Stampin' Piece VIP group. Oh, Chrissy, that's helpful. Thank you. Beth, yes, I will bring some. I lost my train of thought. Whatever. I probably was finished. You can tell how tired I still am from this trip. Okay, ladies, that's it. I've gone over my time that I prefer to with you. I know everybody's time is valuable, so thank you once again for being a part of my Stampin'